Hi betting experts, on Saturday August the 17th, a really good ITV7, traditional ITV7 on Saturday, the best of the action from Newbury, Newmarket and Ripon, where they have the Great St Wilfrid, their big meeting of the year. We start off though with our betting expert daily nap. This goes in the 3 o'clock at Newbury. It's a handicap over 7 furlongs, and I think Spanish Blaze is very much the one to side with here for Marcus Tregonning. Now Marcus doesn't have the horses he used to have, but they have hit a really good spell of form. He's been having winners and they've all been running well if they've not been winning. Spanish Blaze has been a good advert. He underwent a gelding operation in the closed season and he's really improved run to run since, inching up the weights. And I thought last time out at Glorious Goodwood he still looked ahead of the game. He was a little bit unlucky, and I think the drop back from a mile to 7 furlongs will suit here under Hayley Turner. He's won 3 from 10 on the turf and fast ground suits him ideally. Our betting expert value angle selection goes in the 3.35 at Newbury, a Group 2 over 7 furlongs, and I think Kikulu is the value here for Harry Charlton. Now, he's a progressive 3-year-old, been thriving until he was sent over to Deauville last time out, as it often is the case over there. A muddling small field, soft underfoot conditions, and he wasn't seen to best effect behind Putch Keen, never really landing a blow. His previous effort was second behind Hartem in the Jersey Stakes at Royal Ascot, and a repeat of that form would be enough to land this valuable Group 2 prize. Sheen Murphy, who's been back in the winners this week after a little bit of controversy, is on board, and he's clearly going to be looking to pounce late on Kikulu, who's got a smart turn of foot on fast ground. The remaining 5 races on ITV on Saturday, we'll do them in time order. Starting at Newbury in the 150, a Group 3 over 1 mile 5. It's cut up disappointingly, but I think Al Azi is probably the one to side with. He is a 7-year-old. He did really well to win last time at Glorious Goodwood. He was given a very confident ride, buried up the inside, and you thought, will he go through with it? Will he get the gap? But he put his head down, quickened up smartly and won really readily. And I think, if anything, this is a slightly easier race, and I suspect the flat track at Newbury, the wide open spaces should suit him. Crowley will be looking for cover and pounce late. I think he'll have too much speed for these rivals. Over to Newmarket for the 205, a handicap over 6 furlongs. Well, Andrew Balding's Green and Bay looks the one here. Andrew flying along as usual, 8 winners in the last 14 days, and this one I thought shaped a lot better than the bare result when only 7th in a pretty hot contest at Windsor last time out. Watch that run back. He didn't settle at all for the first half of the race, duelling on a rapid pace and fading from the furlong pole. That was his first run in 3 months, so I think he might just sharpen up fitness-wise here, and he can make all the running under the very promising £3 claimer, Callum Hutchinson. Back to Newbury for the 225, a competitive sprint handicap over 5 furlongs. I like McLovin here from the Simon Dow yard. Now, he's a sprinter who posted a career best effort when 4th in a huge field at Goodwood last time out, and watch that run back. He ducked right, leaving the stalls, which didn't help him at all, but he showed loads of early pace to hit the front and just faded inside the final 100 yards. He was hanging around on the undulations at Goodwood, which is something that a lot of horses do, so I think this flat track of Newbury on fast summer ground should suit. Hopefully Paddy Bradley can get him out the stalls level, and he can have these off the bridle and out of their comfort zone by halfway. Over to Ripon for the 245, a handicap over 6 furlongs. Well, I'm sticking with Fortemore here. He's a pretty prolific winner for Ben Haslam. He's now won 7 times on the turf from 38 career starts. He's obviously pretty exposed, but he ran another blinding race at this track, a very tricky track, Ripon, with those undulations and ridges, and he handled it really well when winning over this course and distance last time out. Obviously, he's gone up a few pounds in the weight for that, but he's fitting well. He loved the ground. He seems sure to go close with the yard in the winners. Back to Ripon for the 320. Finally, the Great St Wilfrid over 6 furlongs. Well, I'm going to stick with Mr. Wagayu here. He's been a prolific winner over the years. He's been running every Saturday in these heritage handicaps, sometimes making a fluffing of the start and not able to dominate. He needs to be right up on the hammer throughout. I'm hoping Jason Hart will get him out the stalls quickly. He's going to be a big price because there have been a couple of disappointments lately, but I think there have been excuses for those. He's back in the north here, back on fast ground. He's run really well here previously, and I think he's a big price at around 16 to 1. Best of luck with all 7 ITV races on Saturday, betting experts.